we go. Now everything is where it's supposed to be. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Hoping that you guys can actually hear me. Let's see if I say something. There we go. Oh, hello. What's up? Gonna be working on my webcomic today. So you guys get to see the next update before everybody else. Woot woot. And how I'm drawing it. Cold. Oh, nice. Good job. Milestone. Getting closer and closer to that 1K. Hello. Binging Jacksepticeye's Life is Strange series, yes. I got a new wig, nice. Keep the goods going, I shall. Aw, thank you. Where'd my phone go? That is so true. What am I on? I'm on Clip Studio Paint, thank you for asking. It is the art program that I prefer over most other art programs. Golly, I can't talk today. That's like the worst thing to do whenever you are doing a live stream, is whenever you can't talk. Because you're slipping up over all your words. Where's Laura? Laura is actually going to a concert tonight. So it's just me. Sorry. I should put myself in as a hidden Easter egg. I already have, actually. Multiple times. What's my favorite game? Mine's definitely Portal. Well, it depends on what era of games we're talking about. I mean, my personal favorite game right now on the newest console has to be, on the newest generation, it has to be Spider-Man. But last gen console has to be Borderlands 2. And previous from that, my favorite game has to be Sly Cooper. Even farther back than that has to be Sonic, the original on Genesis Sega, or Legend of Zelda and Minish Cap. And also, I really do enjoy Asteroids. Asteroids and Space Invaders are my 2 top favorite games of all time. Oh, there you go. Nice. And what's up? I'm doing 2 streams, one from TikTok and also one on Twitch and also one on YouTube. So that's actually 3 streams. We'll also pick Caro, but nobody ever comes to that one, so I kind of just leave it going in the background. I don't really pay attention to it. Sorry about that, people. And Borderlands series, oh. Fab Trap is one of my favorites. Oh, nice. Yay. Alright. See you soon. Thank you, I'll try. I'll be live streaming for a long time tonight. You guys are probably going to see inking everything. That's weird. Okay. Alright. Let's get back to it. Hello, hello. Welcome to the live stream. And basically what I'm going to do on this one is I'm showing you guys how I'm laying out my webcomic. And how I select certain things, or basically how I would go about. Oh, sweet. Nice. When will you stream next? On TikTok, I will be streaming Monday, but yeah, I'm going to be trying to do Mondays and Wednesdays on TikTok, Tuesdays and Thursdays on YouTube, and also on Twitch. So basically, let's see. Cool. There we go. Okay. So that other people can see, I am going to do, let's edit, change canvas size, there, boom. Alright, so that people can see what I'm reading for this webcomic, and also how I'm laying it out. So this beginning part right here is curiosity. All right. So this part right here. All right. Well, I'll just do this. This will make it easier for me. And tone it down. So this part right here has already been done in this one. So right now, I'm working on this part. On the newest part, right over here, the one that I'm currently working on. So now you guys can see how I'm going about making this webcomic. And actually, I need to make this little girl right here smaller. Because actually, she's too big for a small child. Because she's only like 2 years old right now. Unless she's a really big 2-year-old. There we go. Now she's smaller. And also, the floor is always open to questions. If you ever have any questions on how I'm doing anything, just say it. And then I will make sure to see if I can answer it as well as I possibly can. Because this is your guys' live stream too. There we go. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. So I'll be hopping back and forth through both live streams answering questions. There we go. A gift to you, friends. Thank you. Did I take any classes on how good I draw? Aw, thank you for the sticker. Yes, I did take a lot of classes. And hello! I did take a lot of classes. I actually went to college for digital art. I am a Bachelor of Arts with a computer art emphasis. I graduated about almost 2 years ago. But the funny part is that most of the things that I've learned outside the classroom. My Pikachu TikTok, yes! That thing has gotten some mileage, I swear. That was like actually, that TikTok was made on live stream on my YouTube and also my Twitter. I mean my TikTok. Not TikTok. Gosh! Twitch! My Twitch account. Yes! I made it on both of those. It was a challenge. Oh, you're sick. That's terrible. Oh, because you're getting into drawing. The big thing that I will always suggest is look where art's going. If you're wanting an art job, most art jobs right now are requiring digital. So say if you want to do, I don't know, concept art for video games or something like that, they're going to be requiring you to know at least how to transfer your art into a digital plane. So it's always important. Thank you so much for the subscribe. You're awesome. Like what? Like what do you do? What do I do? Well, I work on a webcomic that has randomly taken off for no odd reason, which scared me half to death. I also do tons of commissions. I do chalk art for a business. I've done window painting for businesses. All that fun stuff. Alright, so let's drag this right here. But yeah. I just make fun stuff. And basically what I love to do is help out people whenever it comes to art and everything like that. When people need help whenever it comes to understanding how to do something or anything like that. But the one thing that I really enjoy is watching people grow in their art. That's my favorite thing to do. Oh, nice! Funniest thing about the window pane. Alright, funny thing about that. Whenever it comes to window painting, I had never did it before until about Christmas time. Never done it before. And then my business that I work at, my boss came up to me and said, Corey, you're an artist, right? And I go, yeah. Ooh, sweet. You have YouTube animation. YouTube channel animation. YouTube is killing the animators. I was wanting to be a YouTube animator for so long, and then, how long it takes to do animation. The bad part is that YouTube would kill it. But continuing on with the story, is that my boss asked me, hey, can you draw do window painting? I said I've never really tried it before, so I can try. And he goes, all right, let's see what you can do. And I just had some fun. Oh, sweet. Oh, yeah. If anyone else doesn't know about the contest that I'm holding a fan art contest, which is just fan art of the webcomic itself. Anybody can join. All you got to do is draw any character from the webcomic and basically put a hashtag of corythec contest, and then you get entered to win a shirt, a free shirt from any of my designs that are in my gallery that I could put on a shirt for you, or also the People's Choice Award. Whoever wins that gets a free fully shaded commission from me. So yeah, and whenever I say People's Choice, I actually reach out to everyone and ask everyone to vote for who they think has the best art. So yeah. Next time you get an iPad Pro and a drawing pen. Trust me, that iPad Pro has saved my bacon whenever it came to on the cruise. The one thing I will always suggest to any person that wants to be an artist is draw, draw, draw. Continuously draw. Every day, draw. I'm gonna try to draw draw hands to challenge myself to draw two of my favorite characters. There you go.
Do I want to save money? Duh.
And to win. The funny part is the last contest I held, I only had like about 2 or 3 entries.
This is the worst.
So, no, I had, 3 entries. So, oh, you're here from TikTok. Welcome.
Really? Just like that?
And I had only 2 or 3 entries, and I only had 3 prizes, so everyone won something. So, if not that many people hop on this challenge, everything's gonna be up for grabs. And I might even throw in, if I get more and more people, I might throw in more and more prizes. There we go. What do we submit it on? Here's the fun part. You can submit it on Instagram. You can submit it on Twitter. You can submit it on TikTok. You can submit it on DeviantArt. Any of those websites. Reason being is because if you put it under the hashtag corythec contest, I'm on each one of those platforms, and I'm going to continuously check and see which ones are coming up so that I can keep a log of all the entries. So yeah, put it on your favorite, or put it on the one that you guys follow me on. Whatever social media you guys follow me on, or your favorite social media. Because trust me, I'll probably be there. But those are the major ones that I'm going to be doing. I was thinking about doing it on Facebook, but Facebook is a pain in the butt. So I don't know how well that's going to go and turn out. And you guys can do whatever characters. You can do 1 character, you can do 2 or 3 or 4. And basically what I'm going to be judging it on, I'm going to be judging it on creativity. I should also post the judging points. I'm going to be judging on creativity, how the piece flows, how the piece is structured, and all that fun stuff. If you win to commission, could I request for someone else? Yes. The commission is yours to use however you want. If you want to give that commission to someone else, or you want me to do an art piece for someone else, go for it. Whatever you guys want to do with your win, bada bing, bada boom. And basically what I'm going to do for the t-shirt winner is that I'm just going to pay for the t-shirt and then ship it straight to them. That's the easiest way. Hello. Since I'm yeah, you're able to enter. Everyone is able to enter. Any person. Even some of my major art friends, they're able to enter if they want to. Anyone can enter. It's just a big celebration of everyone that's on there. And the more people who enter, the more possibility of me giving out more prizes. Because I started with those 2 prizes, mainly because I don't know how many people are going to come. And if I get tons more people, then of course I'm going to have tons more prizes. Because there's basically a first place and that's it right now. And then a People's Choice Award and that's it. But if we get more people, then we're going to have 2nd place, 3rd place, 4th place, 5th place. And it can go all the way down to getting a sketch commission or free print. Or it can even come to a point of me putting you in the webcomic. That could be another prize. I don't know. I was planning on doing that prize some other time. But who knows? If I get enough people. Because I definitely will need background characters. This is going to be a really freaking big universe. Alright, so I'm going to redo that. And then I'm going to have her head tilted up to stare at his face. Hello, hello! One second. Reason being is because of how they're trying to handle everything. Basically, what they're trying to do is have it so that they have people constantly posting, and that's who they're going to be pushing, is the people who constantly push or post content. And the YouTube algorithm, the fun part is that if you are uploading a butt ton, like a lot, then YouTube is going to push you more because they know that you are putting out more content. But if you're not putting in a lot of content out, they're not going to be wanting to push you. Even if you have great quality content, they're gonna still be like, okay, oh, see you later. Yeah, totally. If you don't want the t-shirt, you could move it to someone else. But basically what's going on is that how long it takes for animation to go. Like, you have people that can crank out animation real fast, but then you have people who are taking a long time to crank out animation. Like, say, a good quality animation piece can take up to about 3 or 4 months. Like, a really high quality can take up to 3 or 4 months, and if you're posting only one thing every 3 or 4 months, then YouTube's gonna look at you like, you ain't putting that much out. I mean, it's great looking, but you ain't putting that much out. And we want clicks. We want people to go to your website. I mean, go to your stuff and everything like that. Does it have to be in my style? No, it does not have to be in my style. And thank you for saying my art is beautiful. But yeah, it does not have to be in my style. The thing that I love is other people's art styles. I absolutely enjoy other people's art styles and how they draw things. is because it's more fun to see other people's art styles than my art style. Oh, that makes it easy. Oh, I have somebody that's communicating to me about a commission. Da-da-da. Let's go basic. There we go. Alright. And I wish I had the time to draw everybody's OC. I really wish I did. Downside is that I'm trapped in a schedule of I have to every 2 weeks have a webcomic or a update for my webcomic and everything like that. I wish that I could. I mean, if you want, you can commission me, but to do requests and everything like that, I honestly can't. And I know, right? It's a great freaking song. It's beautiful. I've always loved the song Lost Boys. Alright. There we go. Yes. Oh, thousands. Actually, whenever I started off doing art, digital art, I actually did a lot of requests. I never said no to requests. Downside is I got so many requests that I couldn't keep up with them. Oh, and there are some really big storytelling animations that are amazing. But I used to do that all the time, and it got to the point where my grades were slipping in college and everything like that from doing requests, and I couldn't keep it up. It actually killed my first art page. My very first art profile died because of all the requests I got, because I couldn't make money off of them, because whenever I tried to do commissions, nobody wanted commissions, and they would get mad at me for doing requests before but not doing requests then. And it completely killed my whole entire art profile. That's whenever I got the most hate. No, have you guys seen the storyboarding for the concept of the Spider-Verse? Into the Spider-Verse? Oh. It's 7 minutes of pure amazingness. Oh, it's so beautiful. And also, I remember I saw a question before that was about, does it have to be... Oh, somebody posted on Instagram. Does it have to be traditional, or does it have to be computer or digital? It can be whatever you guys want. Heck, if you guys make a sculpture, like a little... what's it called? Forgot what I was gonna say. Like a little Play-Doh sculpture of them. Heck, even if you guys make Lego characters of them. I say all art forms, any art form. I say go for it. And I will judge it based on that art form as well. And I just had a question about commissions. What are my commission prices? Give me just 1 second. I actually have something for this. There we are. So my commissions, we have portrait of a sketch, a torso, or a full. We got $5, $7, $10. We got inking. We got portrait of $6, $9, or $12. Torso is going to be $9, full is going to be $12. Portrait for base color, which is going to be $9, torso is going to be $13, full is going to be $18. And then you got shaded, which is going to be portrait $13, torso $15, full $20. That is actually all my commission stuff. And could you make a stained glass window? Yes, if you want. In clay, yes, if you want to do clay. Whatever you guys want to do. And I'll judge it based on that. I mean, the creativity is what you guys do. I mean, if you guys do like a quick little tiny sketch on a piece of paper, I mean, that's still creative. But if you make it elaborate on that piece of paper, say you have almost like a story going on. Heck, if you guys want to do a comic strip, you can do a comic strip. Whatever you guys want. There is no limits to it. Heck, if you want to draw it out of clouds in the sky, go for it. It's all good. See you later. But yeah, that's basically what it is that whatever you guys want to do for the contest, do it. Heck, it can even be a cosplay. To me, cosplay is art. Oh, there you go. Nice. And thank you for the follow. Awesome. And heck, one thing also I really like when people do is challenge themselves. Do something you've never tried before. I don't like those eyes. Ugh. Okay. I will judge on creativity. I will judge on your use of basic knowledge of whenever it comes to art, techniques, and everything like that. Just like small things. And heck, some of it will also be based on if you use this piece to grow in your art form or your art styles. So, heck, I might even be looking back into your guys' old art and see your progression. What you drawing? I'm drawing my webcomic. Let's see. Oh, also, if you guys wonder where I get a lot of my references from, Diesel. I get a lot of my facial expressions, styles, and everything like that because Tyson Hesse made the webcomic, I mean not the webcomic, the comic itself, Diesel, and he's one of my favorite artists. And just whenever it comes to layout and everything like that, I take inspiration from them. But the fun part is I don't straight copy and paste. I find things that are close to what I need, and then I twist it to what I need. The fun part is figuring out. I had an idea for the eyes, and I can't remember exactly what they were. Just like the unamused eyes.
Only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let it go. Ooh, oh, oh. Ooh, oh, oh. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hit the road when you're missing home. You only
See you later.
when you let it go. But you let it go. Look, see, I remember when I met you as a sophomore. Started out as friends, but I knew that we would want more. Hit your favorite restaurant.
I know I did a drawing of the face one time that had that same look that I'm looking for. One part is just trying to figure out what it was. What's my favorite YouTube channel? Oof, that is a hard one. I love Game Grumps. I love Vanoss Gaming. I absolutely love Digital Gaming. I love whenever it comes to like Treesicle, Game Theory, more along the lines of factual stuff or just random knowledge-based stuff. But I really also do love pie animations, all that fun stuff.
When it starts to snow, only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hit the road when you're missing home. You only know you love her when you let her go. But you let her go.
Alrighty. Alright, yeah, sounds good to me. And Oni, oh my gosh, I love Oni Plays. I completely forgot about that. Oh. The one thing that I wish, if you guys ever heard of an artist called Crooked Glasses, I absolutely love their art style. And they got the chance and everything to do art for Game Grumps, which I thought was fantastic. I love also Achievement Hunter and Rooster Teeth. Actually, I applied to be a storyboard artist for one of their new shows coming up. I didn't get the part, I didn't get the position, but oh well. Maybe one day, I don't know. But yeah. I actually was kicking around an idea of, what was it? Trying to do a webcomic based on the Game Grumps and shoot it over to them to see what they thought about it. I was actually really debating on that one. And Chris is my missing twin. Oh, what up? But yeah. I really debated on that. I was kicking it around, but then whenever this webcomic blew up, I kind of didn't have time to work on any other webcomic ideas I have, which I have a plethora. Woo! Oh, there you go. Whenever it comes to drawing, I love K and KL, Mikey Mega Mega, Ross Draws. I love all of them. I watch them all the time whenever I'm drawing. And also I love Danger Dolan and Planet Dolan. They're absolutely fantastic, and I love how they do these very minimalistic animations, but make them so great to do storytelling. Ooh. I can't wait to see it. I haven't done too many art contests for a long time. Is the drawing contest from your webcomic or anything that you drew? It is going to be from the webcomic itself. If I do have characters that I have done promotional artwork for, older, if you want to draw them, that's perfectly fine. As long as they are in the story. Ooh. I don't know what I found for background music, but I'm freaking digging it. Oh, sweet. Remember, take your time on it. I mean, this is all, it reaches all the way to the 25th of February. Man, this is banging. This one's gonna be a lot of pages. I'm not gonna be enjoying this one. Alright. You Sleepers Pumpkin Spice is here. You have a 4-day weekend. Yeah. I'm gonna be blending our styles and ooh, nice. A new webtoon being worked on. Oh, nice. Different profile. Ah, cartoons from SpongeBob and Pokemon. Whenever it comes to inspiration, the fun part is I was inspired by a lot of different things. Like a lot of different things. I used to actually be strictly a realist artist. Go for it. Alright, here's the best thing that anybody's ever told me. During college, I talked to one of my friends who was a webcomic artist. And I said, hey, I really want to do webcomics. And she looked at me dead in the eye and goes, then why aren't you doing it? And I go, well, because I'm in college, I have commissions and everything like that. And she goes, you're just throwing up a ton of excuses. Just do it. Just start it. All you gotta do is basically take a whole month and just draw on your webcomic and make like 4 or 5 different pages for updates. Keep on doing like updates, but don't post them. Wait till you get a good like plethora of them and then start releasing them so that you're not doing it week to week, killing yourself slowly. Oh, there you go. What up, Ninjago and Cece? Nice. Yes, you can find it on Webtoons under Experiment 23. And actually, sometimes it pops up on the main page. Sometimes. Yes, do what you want and do what you love. The fun part is, though, is that sometimes it just builds up so much that it starts getting painful to draw. And yes, I do. It's actually, if you go to my Instagram, I have a link to it. Alright. Alright. I'll do it this way. There's gonna be a lot. But yeah. Thing is, if you guys are wanting to do a webcomic or anything like that, the best thing that I can tell you guys is just go for it. Just start. But be smart when you start. What you need to do is make sure that you have a lot of them on backlog. Like, save a lot of them. Don't even release them. And then you can start releasing them after you have so many in back, just in case if you can't draw 1 week. You're sick 1 week. You're out of town 1 week. Yeah. There you go. That's a very important thing to do, is sit there and be like, time to draw. You give yourself excuses, but you gotta just do it. And actually, the way that I got my art style was 1 year in college, I decided to take a challenge for myself. Some people were doing challenges that were the 1 month drawing challenge, where you draw every day on that month, or the half a year drawing challenge. I did a full year drawing challenge, where every day I had to post art and draw every single day. And actually I put it all on Tumblr. And I just kept on going and kept on going. You can see the progression of how my art style went. Yeah, there you go. Aw, see you later. And thank you for the follow. But yeah. I put my nose to the grindstone and just kept on going. And because of that, I came up with random characters. Random characters that I just started putting stories to. And actually, Natasha, Amiko, and also Sadara all came from that time. Experiment 23 was a brainchild during that year of drawing. I had to draw for a full year. That's where they came from. All their designs and everything came from that. And it was because I was bored one day at work, and then I started doodling. And I have art pieces from eons ago. So if you ever want to see improvement in your art, just continue to draw. And please, please, don't be shy of criticism. Criticism is some of the best thing. That means that people actually kind of care about your art if they're giving you constructive criticism. You trace undertale art? Awesome. There you go. Nice. Actually, that's kind of how I started too. I found a book on how to draw Wonderful World of Peanuts. Or Charlie Brown, whatever you want to call him. And from there, I just kept on tracing the art. And then after a while, my art teacher sat me down and said, you cannot be an artist if you just sit there and trace all the time. You gotta come up with these on your own. You can't just trace. And because I kept on asking her for tracing paper. And she stopped giving me tracing paper. She said, you have to just draw it. Just freehand it. And I was so scared. I hated freehanding. And then for a good month, I freehanded it and it looked terrible. I hated it. Oh gosh, how I hated it. And I got mad at her and everything. And I told her, why would you do this? Don't you want me to succeed? And she says, yes, I want you to succeed. That's why I'm doing this. So after that, I mean, I just had to work on freehanding everything. And then because of freehanding, I started learning and keeping a memory bank of how I've drawn things over the years. And how would they fit with each other. Oh, nice! Awesome! There we go. Actually, you know what? Give me 1 second. I actually have art pieces that I've kept from whenever I was a kid. Like a young kid. I'm back. Sorry. Oh, nice. Sorry, I'm back. Windy Donut 23. You are Windy Donut 23. Alright, let's see. How did... This was in 2012. Way long ago. But it's not where I started. But this is when I started to really draw anime. Let's see if I can find a good one. Let's see if I can find a good one. This is taking forever. I'm sorry. There we go. Found one. That was in 2012. And I'll show it to you guys. That was back in 2012. I was making myself study hard whenever it came to anatomy. Like as hard as I possibly could. Because I wanted to know. But that was whenever I was in high school. I very much remember that in high school. Let's see. But I had many times that happened. Right? Wouldn't like it, and I would X out through it. But these were the beginnings. And I do not know, actually. Windy Donut 23. That sounds familiar. I just don't remember. I'm sorry, I have the memory of a goldfish. I've actually forgotten my own name. On multiple occasions. And I've forgotten where I lived on multiple occasions. Like, I was driving home from work and I forgot where I was supposed to go. Which is the most scary thing that I could possibly do in my life. Is forget where to go to get home. I've done that multiple times. It was especially during high school. That was terrible. So I'm sorry. I cannot remember. Oh, this is not thumb, actually. This right here is from the stuffed bear that she exploded. There we go. And the thumb is going around because it's going around and then coming down like this behind it. The big thing is whenever you're drawing, you gotta think three-dimensional. Thumb, lower left panel. Other thumb, lower left panel. Oh, this one right here? Or are we talking about... I guess this one right here. I do not know. Alright. But yeah. Like, as Aaron Hansen once said on Game Grumps, whenever Danny Sexving asked him, dude, were you always good at drawing? He's like, no, I didn't come out of my mom being able to draw Mozart. No! I was, at the very beginning, I was actually quite horrendous, and I still look back on it and cringe on how terrible I was drawing. And looking back and saying, well, oh wow, I used to really think that that drawing that I did right there was my top drawing of all time. My best drawing, my coup de grace, my freaking Sistine Chapel. The big zoomed in thumb. The big zoomed in thumb. Are you talking about this thingy right here? That's to the bear. That's to the teddy bear that she blew up. The thumb that is on his hands right there, if you're thinking this is the thumb, that's actually her index finger. And her thumb is located right here. Is that enough? Let's see. And honestly, I would say that I'm not a major person right now. Compared to a lot of other artists, I'm actually quite not known.
Hey Chloe, lights on.
Welcome home, Bob.
I I need to make a romantic dinner. No, feast. In 1 hour.
There we go.
Fridge contents and transmitting chef recommendations.
Help! I am bored. Hello, bored. My name is Corey. Nice to meet you. How's about this?
None of those.
A small drawing challenge. How's about that? How's about issue like a tiny small... The thumb on the panel focused solely on it. The big zoomed in hand in the third panel. Yes, this thingy right here. That right there. Is that what you're talking about? Because if it is, it's not a thumb. It's the hand of the stuffed teddy bear.
Broiling, grilling, flambe. He means business.
Preheat 450. Roger that.
There we go. If you guys want, make you in a donut. You know what the funny part is? I didn't get serious in drawing until about college. That's whenever I actually started to get serious. And there's a lot of people that say, well, you're way better than I am. Here's the cool part. If you're younger than the age of 24, or younger than the age of 18, and you start getting serious about art, at that age, you will surpass me. That's a given.
Bob, in here. You won't believe the day I just had.
Surprise! Happy anniversary!
Look at my panels. This is her hand with no thumbs because the sleeves are over her hands. This is the teddy bear's head.
Next week.
All right.
Bob,
But yeah,
I'm dying here.
you will honestly surpass me. If you get serious on art right now and put your nose to the grindstone right now, you would be way better than I am whenever you get to my age. Because I'm 24 years old and I'm drawing like this, and I have friends that are like 18 years old or 16 years old that are amazing artists who are getting featured on front pages of DeviantArt and front pages of freaking web comics and webtoons and everything like that. And or they got really great art jobs. The thing is that I'm really not the best in the slightest. I do what I feel like is the best, and I just keep on rolling with it. Yeah, you're set. As I say, I mean, if at this point of time, if you're younger than 18 and you are working on art, you will be better than me in no time, trust me. Nice. And that's all I gotta say is work hard on it. And a little bit of Monica on the side. Yes. Oh, thank you. Thanks so much, and have fun walking. But yeah, whenever I started out, I mean, I just drew because some of my friends was like, hey, can you draw this and this? And I was like, yeah, I could try. And then I did it, and they're like, oh, that's so cool. And that's the only reason why I drew. But then whenever I got into college, I started being more serious about art. And heck, I mean, going in college, I've had a friend that went from not really good at art to amazing, so amazing that like famous artists wanted to buy their paintings. You just gotta buckle down, put your nose to the grindstone, and work hard. Get yourself a sketchbook, draw every single day. That's all I can say is just, you have, if you want anything bad enough, you will put the time in for it. Like, say, if I wanted to be the world's best basketball player, I'm gonna practice every day. I'm gonna go outside, get myself a hoop, and shoot hoops. If I don't have enough money to buy a hoop, I'll make a hoop, and then keep on shooting hoops. Hey, welcome to the stream, bro. If I wanted to be the world's best soccer player, like, I actually used to love soccer, and I wanted to be really... And here's the deal. Whenever I started out doing digital artwork, I didn't get requests either. I didn't at all. It took me about a good solid... What was it? Half a year before I even got noticed. And that was on my first account. I wasn't noticed. And I mean, I was drawing things like... Let's see if I can find it. Da 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 da. Old art, old digital art. I was drawing stuff like... let's see. Wow, a lot of my old stuff is gone. Oh well, probably came... I mean, oh well. And I was drawing stuff like that. I didn't get commissions. I didn't get requests. Nobody wanted me. And then I just kept on working hard, working hard, working hard. And then I think it was right around this time was whenever I was starting to get people to come on and ask me requests. And then requests started popping up, and that's where it all went. Do I draw Ed's World? Do I draw Ed's World? I have not drawn Ed's World. Oh, you can ask the people on my Twitch stream and also my YouTube stream that people, I couldn't draw on Tuesday, and I got so frustrated and I had to end the stream because I couldn't think. I had a really bad art block, and that art block lasted throughout the night. I couldn't draw, so I wasted a whole day of not being able to draw. And whenever you're doing webcomic stuff and everything like that, you can't afford to have a whole day not being able to draw. And man, it can take time. It can take time. I know that there's been artists that have been absolutely phenomenal that I found on Instagram that only had like 20 people following them. And they made my art look like scribbles. Maybe later on. Maybe later on. The big thing whenever it comes to art, you are not just selling your art, you're selling yourself. You gotta know how to sell yourself. If you want to know some tricks to becoming very popular as an artist, there's a couple. And it's actually weird but simple. So the basic things that you need to do if you want to be a popular artist. Number one, you have to draw things that are popular at that time. Hashtags that are very popular at that time. Like right now, spider sonas are very popular. Everybody is drawing spider sonas. Everybody who's anybody is drawing spider sonas. Also, number two. Ooh, sorry. Oh, that was a yawn. Popular things bring people. If I start drawing Bugs Bunny and do nothing but Bugs Bunny for a month, Bugs Bunny is not really, well, actually, Chungus, he is popular right now. If I started drawing Squiddly Squid, an old cartoon character that nobody really knows, or Grape Ape, or if I did Beagly the Beagle or Hong Kong Fooey, all characters that I absolutely love, that I love drawing, it won't bring me anyone. No one at all. And right now, Steven Universe is a big thing too. If you draw Steven Universe things, people will come. Because they're like, oh my gosh, they're still on that high of the last episode. You gotta be very, very well versed in what's going on around you in the art world. The Bowsette thing. The Bowsette thing, oh my gosh. Heck, I jumped on that bandwagon. I had to. I even did a whole month of transformations, and that actually, because of that, boosted my Instagram from like only 200 people all the way up to about 400 or 500 people. And I've done animatics. I've drawn the Animaniacs too. I've drawn animatics. I've done a lot of things. And a lot of things are not like, it's the hard part is finding things that would be popular. And number 2 is finding something that's unique. Like your style has to be sort of unique. Because if it's a cookie cutter of somebody else, like if it's exactly the same as somebody else, you're going to be covered up in their shadow. Because they're already made that style, and they've already done everything that they can with it. And if you're trying to come up being underneath their shadow, unless you break and do something new, then it's just kind of like you're just staying under a shadow and not getting all the follows of the sun, or the sun follows, whatever you want to call them. And yes, what is your question? Oh, the girl's name is Natasha. And what is your question, Peyton Willis? Have I drawn? Funny story. Funny story. This happened today. So you guys know about the Tumblr thing that happened? That a ton of art has been banned on Tumblr? Funny story about that is because one of my art pieces from Tumblr got banned. And it was one of the only FNAF drawings I've ever done. And that right there is the drawing that I did. And one could argue that that's blood or that's rust. It doesn't matter. But I was going through and making human versions of FNAF characters. And I only did one of Chica, and I think I did Foxy, but I never brought Foxy into digital. And the funny part is that Tumblr is now taken down that drawing. So I've actually been hit by the Tumblr ban hammer. I did not, or block hammer, or whatever. I didn't think that I would ever be. Oh, but it was funny. It was freaking hilarious. I was not expecting it in the slightest. And it was just one of those things that just like smacked me in the face. I was like, oh, this is the thing. Oh, actually I have that one on my computer. I did not know I did. And actually, I did also do some art for, that was actually an art piece for school that I do for a project for school. Oh, he got banned for a stupid reason. Yep. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure when they saw it, they immediately thought, okay, that's blood. Which I fully understand. I fully understand that, yes, that does look like blood. Because if I remember right, I was going for the bloody feel. And to be brutally honest, that piece only had 1 like on it. Only 1 like. That was a piece that I did that only got 1 like on Tumblr. And if I remember right, on DeviantArt, it only got like 20 to 30 faves. And that was it. and probably about a good 100 or so views. Dead serious. That was actually a very unpopular piece because nobody saw it. That was whenever I was trying to figure out how to sell myself. Have I drawn SpongeBob? I have doodled SpongeBob many times. I don't know where those doodles are, but I have doodled him many times. But yeah. And actually, before this year, a normal drawing that I had on DeviantArt, because I came from DeviantArt, I would basically only have about, at max, if I was lucky, I would have about 200 to 300 views. I would have probably about 50 or below faves on it, and only like 2 comments, maybe. And that was right around before this year. So in 2017. Well, not this year, but 2018. So 2017, I barely had anything. But 2018 hit like a freaking train of bricks, because I finally got into, I guess, the perfect way to sell myself. And bada bing, bada boom, here I am. And heck, with my YouTube, with the YouTube that I have on there, we're now starting to get followers. But for the longest time, I've been posting tons of stuff and never really got any follows or any likes. Like, all my speed paints only had, like, probably at most for the longest time, like 20 views. Only one got like all the way up to about 400 or 500, and it was Samurai Jack. And yes, Wendy Donut, what's up with the question? What do you got? What do you want? What do you wish to ask of me? Okay, so if I did that, so the thumb would be on the outside. Okay, cool. Oh, I wish I could. Thank you so much. That would be really cool if I could. Actually, I would love to one day make this webcomic into an animation. That'd be fantastic. But animation takes a long time, and also I would have to hire a lot of people to do it. Because if I tried it by myself, I know that I would crash and burn. And what is thy question, Windy Donut? Still like that name. That name makes me happy, actually. Windy Donut. So if I did that, elbow would go up. There we go. Go like this. All right. That because it's a 3/4 sleeve, but also this needs to be close to the face because if it's far out, that makes no sense. Oh, anytime. If you guys ever want to have tips or anything like that, ask me. I will definitely give you tips. Because the fun part is a lot of the artists that I followed growing up, and I would ask them questions, a lot of times I wouldn't get answers, mainly because they were so busy and they had so many messages that my messages would get lost in the flow. How small or big is Natasha? Are you talking about child Natasha or adult Natasha? I mean Natasha. Because child self, she is only about, let's see, About 3 or 4 feet. Let's see. Let's see. Because I have a picture of all of them together. If I can find it. Let's see. Not Princess stuff. Drawing challenge number 23. That was back around 19, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was 19. No, it was 18. It was 18 because 19 was whenever he got, scythed or no scything or whatever. No, it was. So it had been 17. 17, okay. There we go. So compared to Carter and also E0, Carter and E0 is about 5'9", almost 5'10", and Carter is actually a little bit shorter than E0, but his hair makes up for it. And Natasha and also Amiko are pretty freaking short because they're children, like really, really tiny. So I would probably assume that they're right around close to 4 foot, but like right under 4 foot. Hey, anytime. And yeah, and that's the big thing that I wanted to make sure is that if somebody messages me, if somebody asks me a question, like a big question of, hey, what programs do you use and everything like that, I'm very open with that because what type of art styles do I do? Funny story about that. Growing up as an artist, and actually I was known as being a copy artist. Kind of like, you know how in Naruto Kakashi has a Sharingan and he can copy everybody else's jutsus and everything like that? I know how to use an anime reference, I'm sorry. But that's basically what I do with my art, is that I would have copied everybody's art. So, let's see. What all art styles do I know? I mean, I had to come up with, I know how to do classic Sonic. I know how to do classic Sonic characters. I did a long study in Tyson Hesse's style for that. I've also learned how to do Dragon Ball Z style. I learned that one out of pure boredom one day. Also, I learned how to do the Steven Universe drawing style, which that one was actually a little bit of a kind of a challenge, because whenever it comes to the art that is on Cartoon Network right now, a lot of the different shows have almost kind of similar art styles, and that was fun to try to bring it into my style but also mimic their style. But before that, before all of that, I made it a point to be able to copy people's art styles. And I used to be really freaking good at it, actually. Now let's see if I can find some. Let's see. Oh yeah. If you guys ever seen Disney, The Basil of Baker Street. And that is actually Great Mouse Detective, one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. I got a question for the contest. Could I draw multiple characters and could enter more than one piece of art. That's a good question. You can do multiple characters, but you should only have one contest entry. Because if you do multiples, then that's going to get confusing for a lot of people. Oh, nice! Good job! There you go, and the creation of your own. There you go. And that's the thing I do too, is that a lot of the poses that you'll see a lot of the characters in are not the natural poses that you see them in the shows or anything like that. Because I would have to change them up. Because I don't want to be exactly copying them exactly from where they're from. I mean, there was actually a point where I was doing a Cuphead drawing that I never finished. I wish I finished it. I loved Cuphead in doing that. And also, if you do one drawing, it gives you the whole entire month of this contest to focus on that one drawing. And let's see, what else? Like this one. Oh, I clicked that one. Okay, there we go. Have I drawn Undertale? Yes, I have. I have drawn Undertale. I have drawn Sans from Undertale. Because I've had that question come up to me so many of times. So I took the time and I drew that Undertale boy, Sans. I did draw him. Because everybody wanted me to draw Undertale. I have drawn Undertale. And actually, it was mainly because one of my friends wanted me to design him a sticker, and that was the sticker design. But yeah, I actually really enjoy mimicking art styles. Because it's taking somebody's art style that they've worked on and try to see, okay, I'm going to challenge myself to see if I can mimic it. See if I can do the same. And actually, these ones were drawings I did that were like in 20 minutes, I think it was. Because I was asked to speak at a school. I wanted to have little things to give kids. So I gave them little stickers. And as one artist that I always follow says, KNKL, he says, you're going to steal art, but you're not stealing art in the traditional sense of copying it exactly and then saying this is mine. Don't do that. What you want to do is find bits and pieces of what you like from that art and then Frankenstein them together and mesh them together into something new. Like how I do with my art style is that I find different artists that I really like say, let's see. I got some friends like Lost Fox. How this guy draws. I absolutely love his expressions. I love how the face stretches and also the anatomy. Fantastic, fantastic artist. If you ever get a chance to, go follow them. Oh, there you go. Nice. Also, I found another person that does art called Gurmf. I found other people called Toxic Soul. And all those people, I've studied their art, found little bits and pieces of their art that I like, and then I would use it into my art, or fuse it with my art. It's actually a fun way to do everything. It makes life a lot easier. Because you always have to learn from your peers. And as an artist, you're always learning. You never stop learning. If you ever stop learning, then you should quit as an artist. Honestly, because either A, you perfected the art, or B, you're not really looking. Every day should be a learning experience. I am loyal to your digital cause. That is fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. I do not like how that came out. Maybe I can move his shoulders in a way to make this look more natural. Maybe push his back out to make it more natural. That bend. There we go. That should look more natural? Question mark? Is there any other questions that everybody else has? Because I am definitely open to questions. Could be, what inspired the webcomic, why draw the characters in this certain way, or what caused you to start drawing. Small stuff like that. Or even big stuff. Like, how do I implement the, triangles or anything like that? How do you do all that on a mouse? I wish I could do all this on... Oh, there we go. All the different sizes of press, that's awesome. But I wish I did it with a mouse. If I could do all this with a mouse, I would say that I have reached my peak. Why do I scratch in red? I will answer that question 1 second. But I don't do it with a mouse, I do it with this. It's a stylus, and what I use is a Wacom Cintiq tablet, which is a art tablet, a digital graphics art tablet. And why do I sketch in red? Reason being is because another famous artist called Red Pencil Entertainment, he has always drawn in red, and whenever I kept on looking up other artists, they always drew in red, and I was like, why do I draw in black? And then I realized the reason why they draw in red is so that whenever they go with the inking lines, it made it a lot easier so that whenever I tone this down like that, when I do my inking, when I turn on my layer, red is easier to see for me than black. It also gives my sketches more personality. And actually, I do have a red pencil, red colored pencil, and also a red mechanical pencil. For whenever I used to do nothing but draw every single day, and I had to have a sketchbook on me at all times. And I always sketch in red. And actually, in animation, if you're doing animation on a computer, your previous cells can be colored red, and then the cells before, the cells after can be colored in blue. And here's a little portal. And Teddy Bear is going in there because Teddy Bear is dead. Because little Sadara decided to blow its head off. There we go. There we go. Oh, nice. And actually, I used to have tons of books on how to draw. And then I discovered the internet, and I gave all my how to draw books away to some of my friends who were learning how to draw. And the only how to draw book that I still have, I don't know where it went. Oh! Let's see. something. Perfectly fine. Totally fine. Broke another thing. It's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. Oh. Whoop. Make sure that stays for once. Alright. I'm doing some Portal fan art. Nice. Portal is fantastic. Ugh. Alrighty. Inspiration. This is a major inspiration. Imagine FX Sketchbooks, Volume 3. If you ever get a chance, buy one of these. They're fantastic. They have tons and tons and tons of drawings from world famous artists. And it's just like looking into their sketchbooks. Let's see if I can find one. Here's a person who does art for Ninja Turtles. And all that fun stuff. It's absolutely fantastic. To be able to go through that book is so great. Also, you got Imagine FX concept artists. Big thing if you ever want to become a concept artist. If you ever want to be able to see what concept artists do, this is what they do. And this is like their sketchbooks. They literally just send you their sketchbooks. It's fantastic. I freaking love it. Oh. And then you got, like, if just go to Books A Million, go to Barnes and Noble, find any magazines from Imagine FX. Any of them, make it so that it's fantastic. You get to see all these amazing, wonderful artists. Huge artists drawing amazing works. And you're about to enjoy some generic root beer. What do I enjoy drinking? Tea. I love enjoying a drink of tea. Hot chocolate. I love hot chocolate. Chocolate milk. Cream soda. Oh, and root beer. But cream soda, if I could drink one thing for the rest of my life, it would have to be cream soda. I love cream soda. But what other questions do you all have? And also it could be about life. Nope. It depends on what root beer it is. I've grown up to love mug root beer. So yeah. I'm surprised nobody's ever asked me on these streams, what is my end goal? Like, what do I want to become? It's actually a kind of surprising thing. I thought that would actually come up someday. Have I ever done a face reveal? I'm about to say, I've done it a couple times. Hi, how's it going? I do face reveals all the time, and also you guys can see me on live streams on YouTube. I always have a face cam so I can interact with you people. And also I have a cam on my tablet so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Hello! And thank you. Thank you so much for liking my art style. It took so long to come up with this art style. And this art style is ever changing. Actually. What do I want to become? Okay. So, my original thing, what I always wanted to become, was a artist. I actually wanted to make video games. I've always wanted to make video games. I have actually made demo video games for college. I want to be an animator. I want to do art for video games, or I want to work for Cartoon Network. I want to work for Disney. I want to work for any big company. But also, I really, really want to just help people whenever it comes to art. Like, the big thing that I really want to do is start just a place that people can go, kind of like Boys and Girls Club or something like that, or the YMCA, but for art. So people can come and do art there. Like, say, kids that don't have the ability to get what they need, like sketchbooks or pencils and everything like that. If they don't have that, they can come and they can sit down and draw. And have teachers come up and help them to learn. To pretty much help out the next generations of artists. So that, well, as I learned in high school and in grade school, growing up trying to be an artist or wanting to do art, a lot of the art teachers don't have enough time for every kid. To be able to sit there and help a child all the way throughout. To be able to sit there and be one-on-one with the kid and be like, alright, this is how I can help you. I won't leave you guys behind. I will still be live streaming, still be doing as much as I can to be interacting with everyone. And oh, thank you so much. But the thing is that you guys have given me the shot. You guys have given me my shot to do what I want to do. Like, this webcomic was something that I kind of wanted to do. And actually, at the very beginning, the webcomic was about to die. I went to the point where I told people, if I get 30 people say, yes, continue this webcomic, then I'll continue it. But if 30 people don't say, or if nobody said, if I don't get up to 30 people, I won't continue this webcomic. And I got 29 people. I got 29 people. On the day that I set for it to end, I only had 29 people saying that they wanted this webcomic to continue. And so I had my character Natasha because, well, Natasha is my original character and she's a very, very feisty person. I gave her the choice to vote because it was her story, and she voted that she wanted her story to be told, so she was the 30th vote, and now that's why this webcomic is continuing. Well, people told me that I could not do the art that I was doing at the time in college at the same time. I stayed up till about, even now, I still stay up till about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, drawing every day. And for some art companies, it's only a 9 to 5. I have the rest of the day free. I mean, there's things that I won't be able to post. Like whenever I'm working on, say, I mean, yeah, my webcomic might go to the wayside. Unless the company hires me to only do my webcomic, then my webcomic will be on the forefront. I don't know. Thank you for thinking that I'm the best person for Cartoon Network. I wish. But the thing is that you guys are the people that gave me the shot to do all this. You guys have been here. I mean, a big corporation comes by and says, hey, we want you to do art. That's cool. But I'm still going to keep on doing live streams, still keep on doing art for you guys. I mean, I might not do commissions, but you guys have done so much for me. I can't just like push you guys to the wayside. That would be foolish. It's like pushing the people that literally built you up to the wayside. You don't do that. I mean, yeah, it's going to be hard. It's going to be very, very difficult. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you guys so much. But the biggest thing is I don't want necessarily myself to quote unquote succeed. Like, I don't want to be the guy that earns billions of dollars or stuff like that. I want to watch other people go beyond me. I want people to see me as like a stepping stone or a milestone, so that they can strive to get to that point and then surpass me. That's what I really want, to be brutally honest. And I want to help them as much as I possibly can all through the way. Because I understand that my generation is only going to be here for a little bit. The next generation, the people that are like 10 years old right now or 9 years old, they're the next generation of artists. And if I can help them become better, that would be difficult. That would be difficult. Yep. There we go. Perfect. Quote me on that one. But if I can help them become the best that they can be, then I've done more than I need to do. I mean, just being an inspiration is more than enough for me. I mean, I work a full-time job. Actually, one part-time job, one full-time job. And I work on a webcomic. I make enough money to live. I'm happy where I'm at. If I get more stuff coming to me, great. If I don't, oh well. I'm still having fun. Actually, I have a friend who is doing that very thing in particular. He's actually making tutorials. And he is a phenomenal artist. Leagues above me. Oh, thank you. This is what I like about these lives. I want them to be calm and chill. I like to be able to sit down and relax and just talk. Answer questions. And if somebody's sitting there and they're like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Heck, I didn't think I would be able to do a webcomic. Never thought that. Yay! Be on the streets, woo! I'll see you later. Oh, yeah. Understandable. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't... Like, I couldn't figure out what you were talking about on that one. Sorry about that. Yeah. Honestly, never expected me to... I mean, what was it? In November. Actually, early December. This webcomic only had 200 people following it. And now, I mean, it's upwards to 3,000. I never expected this to take off. I was just doing it because I wanted to. And now it took off. And, oh, thank you for being on my next live too. And so many hearts. Have you ever had a bad stream? Yes. I have had many bad art streams. I've had many streams where no one showed up for an hour. Nobody showed up. Not a single soul. I've had that happen multiple times. And to be brutally honest, it hurt. It hurt a lot. It really, really hurt. Because I would do everything I could to try to bring people into the stream and everything like that. And nobody would come. But, oh well. You just gotta keep on pushing through. Oh! Really? That's funny, because in 5th grade, I had a semester of Hebrew before my school at that time shut down. So I only had one semester of Hebrew. I wish I could. I actually have a meeting tomorrow right after work that I'm going to my old job because they're commissioning me to paint a mural. 5th grade! Whoop, whoop. I started drawing anime whenever I was in 2nd grade because I was trying to impress a girl. And during that time, I was learning how to become draw realism. And I saw this girl, she was drawing anime, and I wanted to impress her, trying to get her number. As a 2nd grader, I was dumb. But I was still a copy artist at that time, so I was like, oh, if I copy what she's doing, maybe that will spark her curiosity and be like, oh, I want to hang out with you. Yeah. See you later. See you later, Peyton. But yeah, it was kind of funny because it didn't work at all. She actually went to the college that I wanted to go to. She went to Full Sails University. I didn't get to go to Full Sails University. I really wish I did. But that was a very expensive school. And yeah. And then anime has always stuck with me. Alright, P. See you later. But yeah. That's where I learned how to draw anime. And actually I drugged my parents to go and get me a how to draw anime book at that time. But yeah. And actually, I was going to tonight, because tomorrow, Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out. I was going to, because I thought I could get the midnight release. But apparently GameStop here where I'm at doesn't have a midnight release. And they don't get the game until Monday. So I have to wait till Monday. I got in trouble for being a troublemaker back then. Because I was a troublemaker. I was a hardcore troublemaker. What did I want to be before I became an artist? Art school is a lot of fun. Depends on which art school you go to. Yes, exactly. I was a very big troublemaker. But, oh, hi! But, yeah. What did I want to be before I became an artist? I actually thought about going to the military and being a sniper. I wanted to be Spider-Man. I also wanted to be a police officer. I wanted to be a pastor. I wanted to be a firefighter. I wanted to be... This is going to go on for a while. I wanted to be a gymnastics teacher. Just like my dad. Thank you. But yeah, I wanted to be practically almost everything under the sun. But I really wanted to be a gymnastics teacher. Because I spent 10 years being a gymnast. Because my dad was a gymnast. And the only time I could actually see my dad for a while was whenever I was at the gymnastics center. So yeah. How do I strive through all the negativity? Actually, funny story about that. I actually struggled really badly with depression for the longest time. For the longest time I struggled with depression. And I still have depression fits. It's just that kind of push through them. It's kind of terrible. But I got to a point where I stopped caring about what other people thought, of what other people said about me, because I had a lot of people talk behind my back all the time, and I got to the point where I kind of stopped caring. And then I started studying psychology and why people would do the things that they do, and why do people say the things that they say, and all that fun little jazz. And then I realized that a lot of things that people would say and do to me out of anger or anything like that, there was key reasons behind it. Was because they were most likely saying it, number one, about themselves. They're doing it to feel better, and also there's just other random little things. So I got to the point of realizing, why are people so mean to either me or each other? It just stems off of all these different things that I don't know what's going on in their personal life. They could be going through the same exact thing that I'm going through, and they're just venting out in a different way. How am I doing today? I'm doing great. And the thing is that I used to have very bad anger issues. Like, really bad anger issues. And then I realized how it was affecting everyone around me. And then realizing that what I did affected people around me. And anything that I would say really affected people around me. And then it got to the point of, well, if basically anything that I do will either A, positively, or B, negatively affect the people around me, then what am I to do? So I decided, no matter what around people, I will make sure that I will have a positive reaction with people. That was whenever I was really young. And then I realized that I could never please everyone no matter what. Like, I could never please every single person. So that kind of put a niche in that. But then I realized also that my problems could be very, 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 very minuscule compared to others. So I just didn't concern anybody. I mean, I didn't have anybody concerned about my problems, so I never talked about my problems. I didn't talk about my issues or anything like that. And then I dealt with my issues on my own. And I know. When people say, why don't you deal with the issues on your own? Why don't you deal with the issues on this one? Or like that. Do it by yourself. Or why can't you do this? It's not that easy. Always push it. So basically, don't try to be a friend whenever they are negative. The thing is that whenever I figured out that I had anger issues, I tend to deal with my anger now the same way that my father has dealt with his anger. He would emotionally shut down. Everything that would be emotional would shut down. And it got to the point where 90% of the time, I'm emotionally shut down. And then there would be no way for me to connect with my friends because I was always emotionally shut down, which sucked. And they would always ask me, what's wrong, and I would never respond. And I had to deal with the issues that built inside me of being angry at myself or anything like that, all fun little things like that. And then it got to the point where I just had to choose whether to continue on my destructive path or self-destruction, because I was still being very self-destructive, or work harder to be better, to better myself. And then I realized I was good at acting. If you showed up to my house without warning, without giving out my location, how would I feel? Kind of indifferent. Unless you had murderous intent or anything like that. I mean, I got to the point where nothing really bothers me anymore. I realize that no matter what I say, I will offend somebody in one way or the other, so it's to the point where it's just like, meh. But to the people that I want to inspire, to the people that I want to help, I want to do as much as I can to help. And being emotionally shut down or anything like that's not going to help them. So I had to learn how to act through my pain. So if I was very angry, I had to learn how to smile through anger, which would slowly turn my anger to no reason to be angry. And then I started thinking logically about all the reasons why I was angry, mad, sad, or whatever. And a lot of things that popped up in my head whenever I was trying to logically think through them made a logical sense of why I felt those emotions in the first place. So kind of threw those out the way. And actually, I had one of my exes tell me that I was emotionless. It happens. Ooh. That is rough. I actually got put in the emergency room due to stress because of my heart. My heart wasn't being able to take the amount of stress that I was putting on myself. And that was during college. And it wasn't just schoolwork, it was my relationships, my, it was basically relationships with other people and also with my girlfriend at the time and stuff like that. And it put me in so much stress and it just kind of, whoops. And also, I had to find outlets for anger, or if I ever got mad. Whenever I got mad or angry, I would draw. If I ever was sad, I would draw. If I had a long day, I would draw. Or I would play video games. And that's why I'm a very avid gamer, and I have a vast collection of video games. Yeah. Here's the deal. Everybody says I know how you feel. It's not true. But also the fact of whenever someone says, I've been there, or I've been through the same thing, you gotta understand that unless you know their life to a T, you don't know. They might be able to. Oh, yeah. One of my friends do work with Plan Doodling. But, or someone says, I've been through the same thing you have. It's quite possible. The logic behind it, or the possibility behind it, or however you want to say it, it's kind of possible that somebody's been, statistically speaking, it has to be possible that somebody's been through this, almost the same thing that you've been through. Statistically speaking. So to know that the fact that you're not really alone is true. is that, yes, you're not alone. I mean, do the immediate people around you know exactly how you feel? No. There's many a times that I don't even know how I feel. That's a given. That's a normal. Why do you think my art, like whenever it comes to my art, I love having a lot of expressions in my art? I'm very big on expressions. I love expressions. It's because for the longest time, I threw my emotions away, or big expressions away, because I didn't want to deal with them. And now in my art, I really love expressions. It's weird. And the funny part is, also, I, technically speaking, am an introvert. It makes no sense, but technically speaking, I am an introvert. But with extrovert tendencies. There you go. Whatever you do. Like, beginning, I used to just draw Garfield all the time. I really loved Garfield. Trigger phrase is gone. Yeah, you have to be careful because you don't know if that's a trigger phrase. Oh, man. But that's the fun part about it. I mean, I've had many times when I go out and people have used racial slurs to me all the time. I mean, it happens. And I've actually had one time where I was walking down the sidewalk with my girlfriend at the time, and somebody drove by in a truck and shouted the N-word out at me. She got furious. I mean, I just sat there and just shrugged it off and kept on walking. She started running after the truck, and I said, "What are you doing?" And she goes, "He just called you that. Aren't you gonna do something?" I'm like, he's in a truck. I don't care. Think about it. I'm in the South. It happens. Forget about it. Oh well. But that's my take on why I'm positive. Woo! Because, I mean, yeah, I still get haters. I still get haters on my art. It happens. What am I gonna do? Oh, that might be the reason. When I get people that tell me that I can't do something, like art-wise, I take that as a challenge. Or they say, your art's bad. I take that as a challenge. I go, okay, let me show you what I can really do. So, whenever I started out there, we were saying, oh, that's weird. Oh, wow, what? It's disproportionate. I just take it as a challenge. Confrontation. There you go. I'm a big fan of seeing how people deal with things. I love seeing how people deal with things. So actually, one thing that I really like doing is watching how people react to things. Like how they will assess a situation and work through it. I'm kind of weird like that. Whew. Oh, man. So how will this go? That, and then the bunny rabbit. little bit. I want to give this bunny rabbit one floppy ear. One straight up ear. Yeah. Whenever it comes to that piece, it was more of an experiment. The whole entire drawing was an experiment for me. To see what I could do. Because the one thing that I am terrible at is backgrounds. So I wanted to see what I could do with backgrounds. And actually that link was a doodle. I was just doodling, working on perspective. And then I was like, huh, I kind of like this. I want to see where this goes. I actually had somebody tear into me for the Shantae piece that I did. They tore into me so bad. And I mean, the truth was that it was kind of, I found it really humorous that a mermaid that needs water was on land, in the middle of a jungle, or in the middle of a desert. Didn't make sense to me. So I found it funny. So I was kind of like doing a spoof of, wow, I can't believe you put this person in the desert and they can't survive. Mm-hmm. How do I draw legs? Depends on what art style I'm going for. Because there's 1,000 different ways that I can draw the legs. Give me just 1 second. Sorry, I'm back. Yeah, anytime. Like your side, Focus Spice is here. Woot woot. But how do I draw legs? Okay, so let me go over that real quick, actually, because legs are a pain in the butt. Legs are legitimately a pain in the butt. All right, let's see, where is it? Ha, tutorials. So, here's a guy that I made for a tutorial. Just a quick tutorial. And during that time, I was working a lot with Shantae, because I had somebody commission me for a big Shantae piece, and it took me forever, and that was the style that I was going for at that time. So, let's figure out what I did here. All right, so what I did was from here, let's get a better pen. There we go, stabilization down. From here to here to here. Alright? Torso is a little bit shorter than the legs. And what I do is that I'll draw here and here, and those are going to be where your hips are. I draw straight down to where I would have the foot, which is down here. I should do this in blue so that people can actually see. 1 second. There we go. Now you can see. The kneecap would be right around in the middle. Just right in the middle, right around here. A little bit lower. Ah, poop. Right around here. So, what I would do is, you got the thigh. Right there. It's kind of, you can do tubes, which is easier. You just draw a tube, and then draw another tube all the way down to there. Then you got the calf muscle, which comes off a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit. And then you have the heel right here, and then right there. Now, do you want me to break it down even more? Because I can definitely break it down a whole heck of a lot more. It's kind of neat. Kind of neat how people just randomly follow me. I mean, randomly find me. And it's great. It's fantastic. I love it. So let's break it down to even more simplistic, because that's the quick way I do it. So let's do it this way. So basically what your leg is a tube. A very easy, neat tube. But first, before we even draw that tube, we're gonna have to draw a line. Right down where the middle is. So that tells you where the middle of the leg is. So say if the leg is bent like that, or it could be bent higher like that. It could be whatever you want. But you got a base right here, which is going to be where the leg connects to your hip. Because, let me do this a little bit like such. New. Let's make this into my normal 8x8 inch. There we go. Alright. Time for a lesson, y'all. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Okay. So here's a lesson. I'm gonna move this over here, and then move that over there. Perfect. Okay. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to first draw what I would say the base of the hip is. This is my base of my hip. Okay? And then I'm going to draw a ball here and a ball here. Why am I doing two balls for that? It's because if you're drawing, like, say, I can make this into a torso real quick. So let's make this into a torso. And that's just a square. Like a little square that kind of tapers down in. That kind of tapers down. You see that? Tapering. This symbolizes where the joints are in the body. So this is a joint. Okay? And the leg and also the shoulder is a ball joint. See you later. See you, pumpkin. So what that is a ball joint. And what a ball joint is that it's a ball like this that goes into a socket. Studying your anatomy is very important, people. So it goes into here, and that gives it its full range of motion. Like it can go wherever it wants. Alright? That looked like a lollipop. So that's why I draw them as circles. So if I would draw what basically looks like a hip, like what does that look like to people? That looks like a pair of whitey-tighties underwear. Think about that. So think about it as underwear, okay? So we got a ball right here and a ball right here that symbolizes your hips. So I'm going to draw straight down. I'm going to draw another line straight down. Okay? Just two straight lines. Super simple, okay? And now on this, I'm going to figure out how long I want these legs. I can have them really, really long, like super freaking long, or I can have them really short. I'm going to have them a little bit short. So now I'm going to draw a quick triangle and another quick triangle to tell me where the feet are. So those are telling me that is where my feet are. Okay? Now I'm going to draw a little ball right here and a little ball right here, because that's another joint. That is going to be my knee. Okay? So, now here comes, this is where it becomes a lot more complicated. This is where it gets really complicated, alright? So basically what I'm going to do is that this right here is what a lot of people like to call a stick figure frame. Alright? It's a stick figure frame. If you ever mess with a program called Pivot, that's what it basically is. Is a rig. That's what would be an easier way to call it. In 3D, whenever you are working with 3D elements in like modeling, whenever people do animation, they have a rig, and this is what a rig looks like. So now what we did right here is we created a rig. A very simplistic rig. So now what we have to do is put the meat on the rig, or put the meat on the skeleton. So I'm going to put a tube right here, a tube right here, or a rectangle. I call them tubes, but you can call them rectangles, doesn't really matter. One right there, and one right there. Until I'm speaking, there's going to be a circle here, but we don't really care about that at that moment. So now, doesn't that kind of look like pants already? It kind of looks like pants to me. But now, let's shape it a little more, okay? Because this is just a basic framework. A very basic framework rig of the body. So if we really wanted to shape this, I would come in like this and smooth it out. There we go. Now that that's smoother, I can... Well, actually, I'm gonna... 1 second. I'm gonna do another layer so I can show what I'm doing. So we can keep the previous one. Alright? So now I'm gonna smooth her out. I'm going to smooth this one out too. And remember, you have your best reference, your very best reference attached to you, which is your body. Your body is a fantastic reference. Use it. So I noticed that my calf comes out and then it tapers in really fast. Like, really fast. And then this comes in and goes really fast too. And now, what I'm just doing is just drawing curves. I'm taking what I already have and just drawing curves. I'm going from this point right here, which is the top of this tube, to this point right here, which is the bottom of this tube. And I'm connecting them with a curve. And then I go to this one, and then I do a little bit bigger curve, and then another a straighter curve than a normal curve. Really weird. And now if I want to draw the back leg, I go from here, because think about it. If you ever look at a reference, the leg does not start out here. It starts back here. And it comes down as a curve, and this one comes over here as a curve, comes into the knee, and then you have another little curve right here, and a straighter but not so curvy curve right there. Sorry, I'm not using like really big words or anything like that. I had 0 time to prepare. And now I'm just going to draw a straight line like this because I'm following that triangle and just curving out, rounding out the edges of that triangle. There we go. And now I have what I would consider a quick, rough pair of legs to put on whatever character I want. And then I can move the groin up a little bit. If I wanted to make it a girl, make it a little bit less prominent. And then I could work on the hips, bring them up, and then have the torso up here. Whatever I want. But that is how basically I do legs. But legs can be in all different ways. I mean, you got legs that can go like that. Like a superhero jump. And then you have to remember, okay, here's a circle here, here's a circle here, here's a circle here, here's a circle, but also a triangle here. Here's a circle here, and there's a triangle there. So, you just connect the dots, and then you get some fabulous legs. And then you draw a little head. And there we go! This person has fabulous legs! So that's basically how I draw legs. To put it in the most basic way, basic terms that I could, given not much time at all. And I know it probably doesn't make as much sense as possible. And if I had a little bit more time to prepare, I would have had a way better way to tell you. There we go. Anytime. And that's the thing with the stream. If you ever have a question like that, how would I draw this? How would I draw that? Just ask me the question. You're not going, like, I'm not going to say, oh, well, that's a dumb question. I'm not. I'm going to say, that is a good question. Let me show you. Because I want you guys to succeed. I don't want you to fail. So if you have a question, please ask. You haven't done your homework yet. What? You gotta do your homework. Homework is important. Oh, that's way too big of an eraser. And also, I'm going to be on the stream for a while, so I'll probably still be here by the time you get back. How do you hand? How do I draw hands? Great freaking question. Alright. So, on a tangent, how does Corey draw hands? How to hand. So, the best way I've ever found how to draw hands is think of your hand as this. You got a square. You got a square or a rectangle. You got another rectangle. And then you got a rectangle here. You got another rectangle here. You got another rectangle here. You got a rectangle here. You got a rectangle here. Wait, how many? 1, 2. Oh, yeah. So it's always two. Well, it's always 2. So that rectangle's not there. Wait. Yeah, that rectangle's there. Gosh dang it, Corey, you're confusing me. Stop being so confusing, Corey. There we go. And then you got a rectangle here. You got a rectangle here. See you later. It's all good. Don't worry, there's gonna be tons more streams. And there's always first. Alright, so that is basic right there. Always think of your hand as a cube, like tons of different cubes. Tons of cubes, alright? So, also you can think of your hand as a mitten, alright? Think of your hand as a really soft mitten. Whoop. See? And now, knowing all this right here, I can think of, alright, how do I draw a fist? Well, I need a square. If I put my fist to my face and look at my fist, oh yeah, I always forget. I am a very forgetful person. So I put my fist to my face, I see one big square. Alright, so we start off with a square. That's simple enough. Now, wait, you have to remember that it's not just a square, it's a cube. Because it's in 3D, it's cubes. So I have to draw a line back here. And then I have to draw another line right there to make it a cube. There we go, I have a cube now. Yay, I'm so happy that we have a cube. Alright, so, what else do I need? So I put my fist to my face. Okay, I see that there is a cube right here. There's a cube right there, and that's a thumb. Alright, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Now, all we gotta do is just make sure that we draw these little cubes. Okay, I have a little cube here. I have another little cube right here. I think I have another cube right there. Oh, I know I have another cube right there. Alright, there we go. So now it looks like Minecraft. Okay, so I understand that those are cubes. Oh wait, because this is a cube and it's on the end, I gotta make sure that I have perspective on it. Okay, there we go. Now that looks like a cube with perspective. Because I had to do the end cube right there and another piece of that cube right there. That's easy. I got that. That's good. That's good. But oh wait, just like whenever we were drawing legs, we forgot that we need to smooth it out. Okay, so all I have to do is just smooth out these cubes. Okay, and I have a knuckle up here. Alright. And then I'll smooth this out right there. And then I'll smooth this one out right here. And then if I look at my fist, oh, my pinky gets covered up by this, like the skin right here. Okay. And then I'll smooth this out right here. And oh, that's kind of actually looking like a hand. That's looking like a fist. If I erase all these extra lines that I really don't need, then that right there kind of looks like a fist. Okay, that makes sense. To me, that's the easiest way to draw hands. And hi, welcome to the stream. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I think you've been on the stream before.
I am a god of hands. No, actually, that trick was taught to me by a book. One of the How to Draw Anime books. And it just said, remember to think of all, like your hand as a square. There's actually a lot of artists who will draw their characters as boxes. You have all these different types of boxes. So you got the head for the box, you got lines on this box, you got a box here. They just look like box people. And actually, the funny part is it helps you remember how to draw in 3D space. But yeah, that's how I would draw hands. I can draw a hand! Master Guide to Drawing Anime. Wait, I think I had that. I think that's the book I had. One second. I'm Googling it. Oh, that's from that. That's from that one person. One second. To draw anime book. Let's see if I can find that book that I had. Because there was a anime book that I had. I wonder if I can find it. I doubt I'll be able to find it. Because it was a really old book. But actually, one of my friends had the same book. And it was actually the book that really got me to learn how to draw anime. Yes, I'll be streaming Monday. Let's see. Oh, this is making me sad. Where is it? That was in the same series, but I only had one of that series. Oh, I don't know if I can find it. I found it! Oh my gosh, I found it! Oh, good golly, Miss Molly, I found it. How to draw anime and game characters. Let's see if I can. Oh. Wait, I can just drag this over here. And then, let's go. That's a book I used to have. That one was one of my favorite books, and I drew from that book all the freaking time. I love that book. That is the book that started me out on anime. Oh yeah, you guys probably want to see it too. Got the image. Boop. 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 And boop. That's a book that I used to learn from. Yeah! That book saved my bacon so many times. I still have yet to eat yet. Huh. I'll probably eat in a little bit. But I do have ice cream. I forget about that. Aw, see you later. Thank you for coming to the stream. Have a good night. There we go. Woo! You'll be here on Monday! Yes! Yes, queen. go. See you later. Alright.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the
I'm back. I could never stay away.
other side.
Aww. That's so sad. Why would he hurt your book? That's mean. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now we just finished this part. Pulled out a stuffed bunny, and she lit her face up with joy as she opens her arms to receive the new toy. I have not done that part yet, but I have her with a face of pure, unadulterated bliss. Alright. Natasha, troublemaker. Very big troublemaker. If you say don't do it, she's gonna do it. Aww. Oh, how do I draw eyes? I'll show you in just 1 second. Amiko, the white-haired girl, she is more along the lines of goes by the rules. But she does like to break the rules a little bit, but not as much. She's more by the book. Sadara, she's just a baby. She's a baby. Babies are very easily wowed or anything like that. She doesn't cry that much. Carter, very, 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 very sarcastic. Kind of a butt sometimes. E0 gets the job done. He's a go-getter. And now, how to draw eyes. Alright, before we can draw an eye, I'm going to draw a head. So, you have a head right here. Let's give it a chin. Let's give it a line that goes straight down, which is a guideline, which tells me where the middle of the face is. And remember, guidelines are never, ever, for the face, a straight down. Unless they're looking straight at you, they're not straight down. The face curves. Unless your face is completely smushed flat, it's curved. Now, this line right here tells you where I'm going to put my nose. This, right where it intersects, will tell me kind of where I'm going to put my nose. But this is my style, how I do it. Normally, you have somebody who will say, this is where the mouth is, this is where the nose is. It could be either or, however you want to do. So, basically how I do an eye is that I'll do a circle right here, and a circle right here. And these circles, well not circle, ovals, my bad, ovals. And in between those ovals, I can fit about the same size oval right in the middle. So I got two ovals. And now, after doing those two ovals, the thing is that you can have your eyes as tall as you want, or you can have them as small as you want. It's all up to you and your style. Because I can do a character if I really wanted to. For some odd reason, that is not wanting to do what I wanted to do. There we go. I can do another character and have the eyes very, very narrow and give them a little bit squished more if I wanted to. Now, what I'll do is I'll go in and make an outline of the top of the part of the circle or oval and another one right over here. That's how I'm drawing my eyes normally. And then now I'll give myself a little bit of a bottom right here so that all this rest of the circle or oval is suggested. And now, because I always draw blacked out pupils because they're easier, I'll draw a pupil here and I'll draw another pupil here. So let's break it down with an easier way to break it down. I'll see you later and hi. So let me show you a different way. So now I'm going to go with this oval. I'm going to follow the edge of that oval and follow the edge of that oval. I'm not going, you can go all the way around and just make these ovals more pointed. You can do that. If you want, you can. If you want to connect, you can. Mine normally don't connect, but that's just me. That's how I like to do it. Now to draw the pupil, you draw another circle and another circle right around the same area. You want them to be more around the same area. If I drew one here looking that way, and then I drew one here looking that way, that's kind of gonna look weird if you look at it. Now let's break it down even more. So the easiest way I've ever seen anybody demonstrate how to draw an eye. You have an oval, because eyes are kind of like squish circles. And then you have one circle right here. Going up. You can have it going up like that. You can have it going this way over here. You can have it going this way over here. Does not matter where you have it. I'm going to put it right here. And now what I'm going to do is erase the top part right there that's intersecting. And now I'm going to go in with some details. So I'm going to follow this oval up. And then I'm going to follow the oval down, leaving a space on the left-hand side. Now, because I know that this is connected, because that's actual eye, I'm going to do this little number, because if you ever look at your eye, it always has that like little divot right there. So after you do that, I'm going to actually thicken this line right here, and I'm going to now work on the pupil. So the pupil itself is that I'm going to make sure that this outline right here is darker. And then because there's two parts of, you have the iris and then you have the pupil. Or whatever the color part of the eye is. I can never remember what it's called. I am a great teacher, I know. Terrible. So now I'm going to draw the pupil. So the pupil is going to be right smack dab in the middle of the eye. And it's normally dark. So, now after doing that, I'm going to lightly shade the eye in, or the colored part in. Okay. And now I'm going to lightly take away a little bit down here. That's going to give myself, it kind of like makes it look like it is shiny. It gives it a shine. Is that? I think that, yeah, that's what it's called, iris. I'm not as dumb as I think I am. And now with that, I'm going to darken up this area right up here. But not too dark. And now, what we do is if you ever look really closely to your pupil, or like right around your pupil and your iris, that you have these lines that go from your pupil out. There we go. And now what I can do is go in with some white and add some shine.
Honey? Hey Chloe, lights on.
And now that we got that part done, now we got to remember that, oh, there's more to the eye. We got the eyelid, which is going to be just 2 little lines on the outside. Those 2 little lines are suggesting that it goes all the way across.
Rich contents and transmitting chef recommendations.
And then you're going to do another one down here, and another one down here. And now we're going to do some really quick eyelashes. And they're just really quick lines. You can be really fancy with them if you want. Doesn't really matter. And yeah, you have the basic workings of an eye. And then you can put a mouth right here.
Bob's menu incoming, sir.
Make some jagged teeth.
Boiling, broiling, grilling, flambe.
Throw in a horn or 2.
450. Roger that.
And you have yourself a little monster. And that's how you draw eyes. But if you want to do an anime eye, it's as simple as one quick line, circle, and then eyelashes. Now, are you ready? Let's clean that up, because that's just a base. Let's go back in and clean that up a little bit, alright?
You probably ticked off Millie again.
Well, let's help them out. Jenkins?
Dimming lights for romance.
Filing playlist with the highest romantic success rate.
So cleaning her up. Bring that as to a point.
Bob,
In here.
you won't believe the day I just had.
And doing a little bit more to this.
Cut the music.
Did he just say anniversary? Chloe, tell my husband when our anniversary is.
Bob and Millie's anniversary is Wednesday, the 25th. Next week.
And vada bing, vada boom, you have an anime eye. Because you just cleaned it up. And that is how I make an eye.
Wondering how you're going to top this on our actual anniversary.
Now back to the fun stuff.
I'm starving. Bravo, Bob. Bravo.
Think wise, be free. LG Think Q.
Huh.
Bob's having trouble choosing a wash cycle again, sir.
The time is here to show what we're made of.
Alright, so where was that? Oh, there it is.
Thank you, thank you.
You know what? I could just steal that, actually. I mean, who's gonna do anything about it? I mean, it's my art. I'm gonna steal it. There we go. Reusing assets. I approve. Whew, my socks smell bad. Woo! Oh, welcome back. So now, let's reuse this asset. First off, I'm going to merge this bottom. There's that. No one shall know except us. There we go. Oh wait, that doesn't make sense. This should go down lower, and this should go up a little bit higher. I was going too low. There we go. Welcome to the live stream. There we go. And give her the biggest, happiest look on her face that I possibly can muster. Because all she wants is that bunny rabbit now. There we go. She's like super ecstatic to see that bunny rabbit. And little does she know, Carter pokes her in the forehead. I just realized how long this update is actually going to be. At least it's not going to be like a very taxing drawing one. Well, shouldn't be. That is awesome. Alright. Time to cheat one more time. There we go. I have to draw a queen hot cheap soup. I don't know who that is. I hope that I don't need to know. Like, I'm not supposed to know who that is. I hope. Because I do not know who the heck that is. Okay, what's that one face? The face that I remember seeing. Oh, there you go. Alright. That's close to what I was looking for.
Take me away from home. Show me all the places I've never known. And we'll chase the night. Race all of these broken dreams in flight. And we'll fly.
There we go. That's close enough. That's close enough for horseshoes and hand grenades. There we go. Perfect. Alrighty. Bro! I can draw for homework. Come on. It has to be on the computer. Come on. Game draw a stickman on the computer. Hello there. Bro, I can import a picture from my computer. Yeah, there you go. I was about to say, starting out on the computer, whenever I first started drawing on the computer, I sucked. I hated drawing on the computer. And now, it's my career kind of thing. Well, not career, but hobby thing. That sometimes I get paid for. If I'm lucky. That should be more like that. And that should be more like that. So that would be like this. There we go. Now that's starting to come. There we go. Now that's a basic shape. Oh, thank you for following. He won't know. Art is it's like evil smile is evil. Oh, his hand needs to be a lot bigger than that. There we go. If I'm wrong, may God come down and poke me in the forehead. I think this one is going to be the longest update I've ever done. There we go. Where's that one book? Oh, sorry. Oh, that one hurt. Oh, why did that hurt so bad? Yeah. Thank you. Oh, it was like death and decay all at once. Hurry up. All right. What was that one face? There's a face that I really like. It was like unadulterated, like rage type almost.
Into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use.
Whew. I am getting really hungry now. Like, way significantly more hungry than before. What's that one mouth? I don't like it. Hello, welcome. Oh, those are some janky eyes. Come on, there we go. I don't like that. This is gonna drive me up the wall. There it is. It's like I cannot figure out what mouth I need. Close enough! Close enough! I can't think of any others. There we go. Oh. I'm sorry I'm being really silent. I'm actually really focusing. I'm sorry. I kind of forgot what I was doing. I forgot that I was still live streaming. Sorry about that, peeps. There we go. So, how y'all doing today? Oh, my tum-tums rumbles. I might have to stop streaming and grab some food. I'm starving. There we go. Alrighty. I'm gonna have to end the live stream because this boy is hungry. So I will see everyone on YouTube and Twitch on Tuesday. And everybody in TikTok. I will see you all